Hey there, I am Veronica Drake. You know that because you're here on my channel. And I'm also known as the Back Porch Prophet. Now, I want to be fully transparent. I want to come clean to it all. I am a baby Christian. I have recently, the beginning of this year, the middle of this year, May of this year, started my walk with Christ in a very intimate, very close, very life-changing way. I have taken to reading the Bible, not only reading it, but understanding it and applying it practically and personally in my life. Now, I want to talk to you today about Genesis 19. Okay, so for some of you, maybe that are like me and you didn't used to read the Bible and maybe you're not a Bible person, I want to break it down for you. Because in Genesis 19, God tells us very clearly, don't hold on to the past. So, Sodom and Gomorrah, hot mess. Everything was destructive, everything was falling apart. And God was like, hey, we got to clean this stuff up. He sends his people, his angels, to tell Lot, guess what? We're going to level this city. It's all going away. And Lot's like, oh no, where am I going to go? Right? Because that's what we worry about. And so the angel said, you're going to go that way. You're going to go to the mountains. You're going to, and Lot's like, well, no, how about if I go to this town? And they're okay. All right, you can do that. Kind of bartering or kind of, back and forth. Where am I going to go? Okay, so you get the point. So the angels say to Lot, get your loved ones, get your two daughters, get your wife, and let's go. Get on the road. The next morning comes, they're him-hauling around. Everybody's, and the angels are like, let's go. And so Lot gets his wife and he gets his two daughters. And the only command they have is don't look back. You hear me? The only command they had was don't look back. Now, they're going, they're going, they're going. And Lot's wife, see if you can relate, turns around and she looks back at what she had, at what once was. And in the Bible, it tells you she was turned into a pillar of salt. Now, sounds dramatic, right? But I want to personalize this to our modern day lives. How many of you, show of hands, longingly gaze back and look at shoulda, coulda, woulda, or maybe remember what seemed like it was meant for you, a relationship, a job, a belief, and you're stuck looking back. Now, the pillar of salt, think about it as your heart. When we are looking back, when we are constantly shoulda, coulda, woulda, or fondly reminiscing or wondering what did we miss, our hearts are hardened. I know that sounds harsh, but the reality is we get hardened and cut off to what God is leading us towards. So when Lot's wife turned around and looked back, she was longing and lovingly looking for, here's the word, familiarity. Can you relate? We're creatures of comfort, especially now. We long for what's familiar. It makes us feel safe. It gives us the illusion of control. Here's what I know for sure. That story is about attachment, right? God is teaching us don't be attached to the old ways, to the old patterns, to the old life that you had. God isn't about punishing us. He's showing us you can't step into what's new and what I have for you if you keep lovingly and longingly looking back. So, this is Genesis 19:15 through 26. If this tugs on your heart even a little bit, go check it out. But more importantly, sit with these words and see what comes up inside of you. What do you keep turning around and looking back at? What is it that you aren't willing to let go of? Because that very thing may be what's between you and what God has intended for you. So until next time, and there will be, I'm Veronica Drake, your Back Porch Prophet.